We're diving into a topic today that I know a lot of you can relate to: social media burnout. I feel like it's a little bit of a taboo topic, mainly because most of us still seem to believe that social media is a necessary evil. So, no matter what people say, we still end up posting, we still end up scrolling, and we still feel like we have to do it for our business in order to be successful. We all know that social media can be a time suck. There are hours spent scrolling, liking, and posting, only to wonder if it's actually bringing in new clients or making a difference in your business at all. I actually wrote a blog post back in 2023 titled "Why Instagram Isn't Getting You More Clients for Your Pet Business." And I'll be sure to link it below this episode as well so that you can reference it if you want to. But it was essentially meant to address so many of the issues that can surround Instagram. The first thing that's important to address, though, is that nothing is wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with your business or your marketing ability simply because you may not be getting clients from Instagram. We also, in that blog post, got into some of the reasons that Instagram was not getting you more clients. And that could be the fact that you are on rented land, right? Instagram does not want anyone leaving their app, their business. They don't want people leaving their app and going to your website, right? We talked about the fact that you may be creating content specifically for Instagram, but it's not content that is originating from Google that can be repurposed to places like Instagram. And we'll talk about that one more later on in the episode because that's super crucial of what the most important content that you should be creating is and how Instagram can kind of promote that message. We also talked about the stress of staying on top of trends or just the fact that you may not be enjoying it anymore, so your content keeps flopping. We also talked about how people are mostly on Instagram for entertainment, not necessarily to look for service providers. And if you want to read this blog post, we'll have it linked for you in the show notes. Some of the feedback we got from that blog post was like, thank goodness I am not alone in feeling this way. And it gave some of you permission to reevaluate the pressure and time commitment that people dedicate into platforms like Instagram. So many of us are burnt out on social media. And to top it all off, guys, did you know that less than 3% of your followers are even seeing your Instagram content in the first place? That is, like, honestly really sad, right? To invest like hours into a reel and know that not that many people are even seeing it in the first place. Obviously, there's a time and place for viral posts. And if you are getting clients from Instagram, by all means, keep doing it, invest more into it, right? We are not here in this episode to get started on a negative Debbie Downer trend here. What we're going to do in this episode is we're going to talk about alternative strategies to grow your business without social media. And again, I'm not saying you need to delete your Instagram. I actually do not recommend deleting it. If you do happen to want to stop posting, keep your profile, simply redirect people from your Instagram profile to where you will be active online, or you can create like a fun graphic with like 9 posts so people see your profile. It says, hey, come follow us here. This is where, we live online, that sort of thing. But I do think there is a time and place for Instagram. As of right now, we're still posting and we're fairly active there as well, but we have cut back on it and we have not noticed any sort of negative effect numbers wise in our business by cutting back on Instagram. So the point of this episode is to equip you with other strategies that may work more effectively for you and in less time to grow your business. Because I truly think that social media is not the end all be all for growing a business. And I hope that you look at that and you're like, thank goodness. Not, if you enjoy it, by all means, again, do it. But if you are like me and you're not necessarily the biggest fan of social media and Instagram and all of that, especially with keeping up in the trends and spending so much time to not necessarily see all your clients coming from Instagram, this episode is for you. So grab your coffee, grab your tea, or get your pup leashed up and head out on a walk, because this episode will give you some actionable tips to save time, reduce burnout, and still see your business thrive without stressing over Instagram metrics. Welcome, Petpreneur, to the Pet Marketing Unleashed podcast. I'm your host, Michaela Vargas, founder, designer, and educator behind Pet Marketing Unleashed. This podcast is all about growing your pet business without the stress. Here, you'll find episodes packed with actionable tips and advice for streamlining your online presence, avoiding burnout, and onboarding new clients while you're away from your desk or out with the dogs. So pop in those earbuds and learn stress-free marketing and website strategies with me while you head out on your next dog walk, pet sitting visit, drive to your next session, or just wherever your pet business takes you next. Let's dive in. Before we jump into these alternative marketing and business growth strategies, let's first take a moment to evaluate. Is social media really working for you? Because there may be some of you that get clients from Instagram or social media, and that's great. In that case, continue doing what you're doing, continue what is working. But for those of you who either do not know where your clients are coming from, or perhaps they are not coming from Instagram, it's easy to get caught up in the daily grind of posting without knowing if it's generating results. So, how do you first find out if Instagram is working or perhaps another social media platform is working for you? Here are 3 ideas to test this. Number 1, track where your clients are coming from. Are you asking new leads where they found you? I highly recommend having this be a question on your website's contact form or asking all of your leads when you hop on a phone call with them. Start documenting where your clients are coming from because you're going to want to do more of what is working. 2, use analytics. Check your social media insights and Google Analytics to see if your efforts are translating into website traffic, inquiries, or bookings. You can definitely evaluate where your website traffic is coming from. And if you're getting most of your traffic from social media, again, keep doing it. Just make sure that those website visitors, though, are converting actual clients. They're not just landing on your website, heading out, and then never inquiring about your services. And 3, ask your best current clients where they found you. This direct feedback can help you understand which marketing channels are really driving results and where you can find more people like your favorite clients. If you do this evaluation and you find out that social media is not bringing the return you are hoping for, please do not worry. There are other ways to grow your business, and we're going to get into those right now. All right, strategy number 1, build strong referral networks. We're going to kick things off with referrals, and this one is likely the most popular one that I hear from our clients. As your business grows, you start to get more referrals and word of mouth, which is awesome. However, there are definitely ways to enhance this and make it more effective and intentional rather than almost like letting it run on its own. Because a lot of times when you do that, things can hinder, or perhaps your biggest provider like leaves the state or something like that, and now you're left with not that many referrals. So we want to make this super intentional so that it actually can work for you and help you grow your business long term and you have a legit system in place. So here are some things you can do to implement a more purposeful referral network. Number 1, leverage your happy clients. If your clients love what you do, ask them to refer their friends. It's really as simple as that. People trust personal recommendations way more than ads or social posts. From there, I do recommend tracking your referrers. You may find that the 80-20 rule is true here too, that 80% of your referrals are coming from only 20% of your referrers. And we want to nurture them. How can we thank them for their incredible contribution to your business? Personal referrals that turn into clients are seriously some of the best rewards for a business owner. So you definitely want to thank that person by either gifting them, whether it's something financial or a free service or something consistent and reliable you can continue to use moving forward. 2, start networking with local businesses. Build partnerships with pet groomers, dog trainers, and other pet businesses. You're both serving the same audience, so this is a perfect opportunity to swap referrals. We have a free partnership email template on our website that helps you write an email to create partnerships with local businesses in your area. You can find that at petmarketingunleashed.com/partnership-template. And we'll have that also linked for you in the show notes, of course. Number 3, attend local events. Whether it's pet expos, charity dog walks, or dog park meetups, attending local events helps you meet potential clients face to face. You're building trust through personal connections, and that's more powerful than any Instagram post. So with referral networks, we want to establish more collaborations, establish more partnerships, establish who is referring to your business now, set up a program that actually allows people to know what to expect if they do refer somebody to your business, and actually get that system in place and nurture the people who are referring to your business the most. That is the most important step that I think gets missed when it comes to referrals. We want to really reward and nurture and love on the people who are referring others to your business, especially those who are your favorite clients, because they're more likely to give you clients that are most like them. All right, strategy number 2, email marketing and nurturing. I know you might be thinking, isn't that another marketing platform to keep up with? But the truth is, email is still arguably the highest conversion rate compared to other marketing tools like social media. In fact, there's this super popular statistic that is always thrown around revolving email marketing that says for every $1 you spend on email marketing, you should expect a $35 ROI. That's kind of insane. That's wild. And it's worth looking into. And it will be something, hint, hint, that we may be chatting about in our next episode. It is that important. With email marketing, here are some strategies to look into. One, again, we're going back to like nurturing the existing people in your business that are helping you bring in more money, right? So, number one, nurture existing clients. Email marketing doesn't always mean just trying to build your list and sending emails to those new people. It also means staying in touch with the clients you already have by offering value and staying top of mind. You want to make sure you are connecting and sending emails to both current clients and potential clients. Those are two very important segments, but the existing client one typically is ignored. And again, going back to the 80/20 rule, you're going to get 80% of your revenue from 20% of your clients. So by nurturing your current clients, you're able to leverage that, right? So we'll talk again more about that in a little bit too. Number two, create value. Consider sending even monthly newsletters that your local pet loving community will actually read and appreciate to help build trust. This does not need to be like you need to send weekly emails. It can be a monthly newsletter. Like just start with that and start to create value and get people involved in your community and your network. That will go a long way and can reach people directly into their inbox. And again, we're going to be getting more in the weeds with email marketing in coming episodes. So stay tuned for that. Now, let's talk about strategy number three, website SEO and just the content on your website. One of the funny things about social media is that when you focus on it solely and leave your website behind, you're then just sending people from social media to a website that is lacking and then you're losing them there anyway. And that's not what we want, right? We want to start with the foundations. Where's the ultimate goal? Where do we want people to book? They'll typically reach out and initiate process of becoming a client on your website. That's the place to start. Your website needs to be top notch. Then from there, you do email marketing, you do social media marketing, you do podcast episodes, you publish in directories, all leading people back to your website. So the website is super crucial. So separately from social media, your website within itself is a way to market your business. And you can do that in two ways, which really overlap. One is optimizing your website for SEO, and the other is creating content on your website via blogging to help your website traffic and ultimately grow your business. Remember, we want to work smarter, not harder, and not work more than you have to, right? With social media, you constantly have to keep up. You have to produce more and more and hope that a tiny percentage of your audience will see what you post, go to your website, and then book. That's a big ask from just a small number of people. Your website can do a lot of the heavy lifting for you, and a lot of the work can be upfront to set up the foundations. And you can see exponential growth from there, which is truly incredible. Like, that's one of the main reasons we are into websites. It's not just looking pretty, it can really attract people to your website. It can convert people to become a client. Like, there's so much there. And I always love to talk about what our highest generator of traffic is to our website. It's a blog post I wrote back in 2018, which is crazy. That's the power of SEO in terms of exponential growth into getting traffic to your website. And when it's optimized for SEO, you're going to get more traffic and more clients. So, what needs to happen on your website? One, you need to optimize your site for the right keywords and implement all of the on-page SEO settings you can. A few tweaks can get you ranking higher on Google and drive more organic traffic to your website exponentially. If you want to learn more about SEO and all of the steps to grow your organic traffic to your website, I highly recommend checking out our SEO course. We get into all things SEO. Again, I will link that below in the show notes, or you can just simply go to petmarketingunleashed.com/SEO-course in your browser. We get into all of the on-page SEO settings, keyword research, things you can do off your website to help with SEO, and so much more. But even if you don't get the SEO course, the point is we want to focus on SEO to help you build organic traffic that can continue to grow more and more over time rather than a post that just on social media that just kind of falls to the wayside and goes away. So, number two for your website, start a blog if you have not already. Again, these are long-term strategies that don't require daily updates like social media. If your content is optimized strategically for SEO, you'll start to see higher website traffic from potential clients. From there, you can start evaluating what content is working and do more of it. By mastering your website and squeezing all you can out of it, you'll see much more results than posting more frequently on social media, I am telling you. Okay, strategy number 4, leveraging local listings. This is somewhat related to our previous point in that we want to target your SEO strategies to the fact that you are a local business. People call this local SEO. These are the things you can do specifically target the fact that you are a local business and you are finding things down to your local area. With this point, we are chatting about local directories like Google Business Listings or what was formerly called Google My Business. Remember, with SEO, we are playing Google's game, and that means we need to play it well. One of the players in Google's game is Google Business Listings. So here's what you need to do for this strategy. Number one, claim your Google Business Listing. It's free, it's easy, it gets you visible on Google when potential clients search for services in your area. Number two, get reviews on Google Business Listings. People trust reviews more than they trust social media posts. Ask your satisfied clients to leave reviews on Google, Yelp, or other local platforms. And bonus points here, like if you do like visits and you want to send you ask like how did the walk go or how did your dog training session go, things like that, provide them a hyperlink to where they can just simply paste the review into platforms like Google. Number three, use local directories to post and share. Sites like Yelp or local business listing sites are great places to be seen and get seen without spending hours online trying to build your own social media presence. Google likes it when you post FAQs, when you share resources, and stay active on these platforms, and it really doesn't take much time at all. If you post a sale or event or blog post, say even like once or twice a month, and go in and add in some FAQs and some pictures to make sure your listing is looking great, and you're getting a review or two fairly often, you're going to see more traffic to your website. Strategy number 5, networking and attending local events. These are another way to grow your business without social media. Connecting in person can be so much more powerful than posting a status update. And I really think things are trending back post-COVID to be more surrounding like in-person connections. So here's what you can do here. Number 1, attend industry events. There are pet expos, community events, and charity events. They are all great places to meet potential clients or connect with other pet businesses, which can be referrers to your business, right? 2, consider hosting your own events or workshops, especially for the dog trainers listening in. These are great ways to get your community involved and build some rapport and trust. Workshops like that can position you as an expert and helps you build connections with ever having to post online. 3, make genuine connections. Remember that people buy from people they trust. By attending events and building relationships, you will naturally see referrals and repeat clients. So, on to strategy number 6, and this one is one of my favorites. I'm going back to the 80-20 rule because this is one of the most popular ways that this statistic is actually used, and we talked about this a little bit earlier in the episode, and that's the fact that on average, 80% of your revenue comes from 20% of your clients. And if that's not accurate in your business, you may want to consider how well you are retaining your clients. Client retention is just as important, if not more, as bringing in new clients. Keeping your existing clients happy can help you grow without needing to constantly find new ones. And there are so many ways to dip into that because you've already had them to commit before and you've already helped them. You've already served them. They already know that you can transform them and give them results, right? You've already made their lives easier. So why would they say no to even better results or care? Here are some things you can consider to help focus some efforts back on current or past clients. Number 1, loyalty programs. These reward your clients after a certain number of visits or referrals to help encourage repeat business and build loyalty. 2, check in with past clients regularly. Send personal messages or follow-up emails to check in on your clients and their pets. Small gestures like this can go a long way. This also goes back to what I talked about earlier in talking about adding these clients to a nurture sequence or a special email sequence so you can provide more value, stay top of mind for them, and help them feel very special and be more likely to book you, when they first think of a particular issue. Like if they're struggling with something with their dog or they need to go somewhere out of town, like they're first going to think of you as the solution to the problem. Something else you can consider is asking for feedback. When clients feel heard, they're more likely to stick around and recommend you to others. Next, you can evaluate their next steps and offer it ahead of the game. As business owners, we are the experts, right? That means we know what they'll need next. Just because your client excelled in puppy training and their dog is well behaved doesn't mean they have to stop there. What else can make their life easier? Do you offer off-leash training or perhaps a fun tricks class, canine good citizen? There's always room for improvement, enhancements, and just more to engage and educate dogs long term. And lastly, celebrate milestones. If you track client anniversaries or birthdays, that's a great way to stay top of mind and make your current or past clients feel special and be more likely to book with you in the future. There are so many ways to make your clients feel special, and there are so many ways to enhance their lives indefinitely. Lean into that and see where you can meet them and where you can serve them further. Again, I have to reiterate that it is so easy to just get a client and assume you're done and on to find another new client, but that's just not the case. These people are your warmest prospects forever. They were already sold, and you may be able to help them even more. They are easier to convert than a cold prospect who hasn't worked with you before and doesn't really know much about you. So I highly recommend paying serious attention to that because this can save you massive amounts of time with your marketing. So, there you have it. 6 ways to grow your pet business without relying on social media. From building referral networks to optimizing your website, focusing on local SEO, there are plenty of ways to attract clients and build your business without the endless scrolling and posting and dancing behind the scenes to try and post another reel on trend. Remember, if you do nothing else after listening to this episode, I encourage you to at least find out where you are getting your clients. Do more of that and try to leave the rest behind. That doesn't mean you have to alienate it and never touch it again, right? You don't have to delete your Instagram and delete your Facebook or perhaps delete your email marketing. It just makes sense to focus your time, energy, and money on the things that are bringing you actual business. Instagram may be getting you business, and if it is, stick with it. Do more of it. Try Instagram ads, collaborations with local businesses, or hiring an Instagram strategist to optimize it even more. But if it's not bringing in clients and you're spending hours on it a week or a month, it's time to reevaluate and implement some more effective and time-efficient strategies. Don't just post frequently on Instagram because it's what people tell you to do. It's crucial to look at what's actually working in your business. Your business is your business, right? It's unique from any other business, and data is what can help you grow it. So to recap, here are the 6 alternative ways to grow your business without social media. 1. Build strong referral networks. 2. Implement email marketing and nurture your clients via email. 3. Improve your website SEO and website content via your blog. 4. Leverage local listings like Google Business Listings or even other online directories. 5. Build relationships through events and networking. And 6. Look into the power of client retention. If you implement one of these strategies, I would love to hear how it goes. Please DM us on Instagram at Pet Marketing Unleashed because I would really love to hear your success stories. And if you found value in today's episode, would you mind leaving us a rating and a 5-star review? Ratings and reviews help us continue to grow the show and get it in front of more pet business owners like you. I am really excited for our next episode because I will be interviewing one of my favorite pet industry women, Tori Mystic, and we're going to be delving into the depths of email marketing. Again, I'm so excited for this one because so much of the education on it out there is built for product companies or e-commerce companies. So my goal in our next episode is how can small local pet service businesses truly and effectively market their business with email? And I bet we'll also talk a little bit as well about how we can also nurture our current clients. And that can be something that you guys can learn if you are interested in learning more about email marketing as opposed to doing social media and not seeing results. Again, if you're getting results, it's fine. I feel like we've also been enjoying Instagram, but I think that came from releasing the pressure of this is like a marketing strategy to get all sorts of clients and things like that. I think once we release the pressure and seeing all the other people going viral and following all the trends, if we release that pressure, we can start to enjoy it more. And then we actually start to see some success from it. So that's also another thing to think about. Anyways, okay. Hit subscribe so you can tune in for our next episode with Tori. Otherwise, we are all set for today's episode. I hope you found it helpful. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for sticking with me until the very end of today's episode. It really means a lot. That's why I'm excited to share an end of podcast listener only exclusive discount with you today. One of the top things pet business owners tell me they want is to rank number 1 on Google. So Pet Marketing Unleashed went to work and created our course, Pet Business SEO Unleashed. It's built for busy pet business owners who don't know much or anything about SEO and don't know where to start to make it happen. Inside the course, I walk you through the process step by step, from how to connect to Search Engine Console to what on-page SEO settings you need to customize, how to rank in a saturated market, and so much more. SEO is one of the most powerful ways to stand out from the competition and get more eyes on your business, and we've made it accessible for you to do on your own. Because you're a part of the PMU podcast community and you stuck around till the very end, we'd love to gift you a 10% discount on the SEO course when you use the code PMU podcast at checkout. To enroll, head on over to petmarketingunleashed.com/SEO-course and don't forget to use the code PMU podcast to save 10%. And if you found today's episode helpful, I would so appreciate it if you shared it with a friend or left a review and rating, as that's one of the best ways you can support our podcast. Thanks again so much for listening, and I will be back soon with another episode.